What is going on, guys? I'm Dan Man, aka Daniel's son, and I just got finishing watching Those Who Wish Me Dead, which is starring Angelina Jolie, John Bernthal, Littlefinger, and Beast. So I was actually pleasantly surprised how much I actually really enjoyed this film. Yes, it has little issues here and there. It's kind of like, it does have your typical, it kind of reminded me a little bit of I believe it was called The Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro. Thinking that you're going to get a lot of Angelina Jolie in this film, don't think that. She's part of the story. What I really like is that there's a lot of moving pieces to the story that all comes together, and I really appreciated that. I mean, I don't need Angelina Jolie to be the head throughout the whole movie, because you do have other stars in this film, especially Peter Baelish, who's always excellent, I think. And it really works. It really works like that. I think you do get taken away a little bit of what the trailers present, maybe the mother and son dynamic, her, being this kind of crazy action hero for this kid who something's going on with this guy, and somebody wants him dead. And I don't think they even really resolve that issue fully at the end of this film, but I did like it. You do still get little moments between the two. You still get like that motherly kind of figure. You see that she has a traumatic, of course, something happened in her past. I thought the flashbacks didn't need to be used a lot in this film, especially for Angelina Jolie to convey the message of how she's feeling at the present time. But I do like all the actors in this film, and I think they all do a great job, including the kid. I think the kid does a great job. He's not the greatest, but you know what? He really holds his own, and I appreciate that. It's really hard for kids actors these days because people don't want to see kid actors in films. They don't want to see kids in films, especially like a action kind of movie. What I really appreciated was the dad and the son and how much time we get with them. I think that was a great idea, because there's so many times in films where you go into it and they go straight to like the plot, straight to chasing after somebody, especially this kid, but they give you a reason. They give you this time of why the situation is happening. They give you they explore the relationship between the father and son before we get into the main big plot, which I really, really, really appreciated. There's a lot of great action sequences in here. Actually, there's a car crash scene. There's a lot of tactical stuff that's happening here, especially with the bad guys. I think they're elevated a little bit more just because of the actors who are playing them. I actually quite enjoyed them. I actually enjoyed the teamwork aspect of those two. If you think about it too much, there is things that are kind of like unrealistic. I know a lot of people are probably going to gripe on how skinny Angelina Jolie. There is actually a line in this film that kind of says why she's so kind of calls her out on being so skinny. Like, I talked to my buddy, and he used to work at the CCC, and like I asked him, like, is there anybody that had this kind of type of body that was lifting, having duffel bags, like, can they do this? And like, yeah, they could do this. There was a couple people who were smaller too. So Angelina Jolie, you're always going to get that gripe because she is so skinny, and there is kind of like can she really hold her own? But I think they did a good job in this film, especially towards the end. Of course, you're going to get this big fire going on that they show at the trailers. The fire was really interesting. Like, the fire aspect wasn't throughout the whole film, but when it was used properly, in my opinion. And John Bernthal's the sheriff, and I gotta say, in this film, he does really good. But his wife is probably the most badass pregnant woman I have ever seen on film. I actually thoroughly enjoyed her scenes and her interactions in this film. There's a nice little touching moment at the end of the film. There's touching moments sprinkled throughout the film as well. This is not going to win awards, but what it is going to do is going to make you enjoy that popcorn and soda. This is the type of movie that yes, some elements are kind of dumb. Some things are like, okay, well, this doesn't make too much sense, and why did the villain do this? Because it's gonna come back to bite him in the ass. But it's definitely a film where it knows what it is. It knows how to present something, and it really makes you invested in the characters, in the story. And I think that's the biggest accomplishment, is making me invest in this story. Because in the beginning, like I said, it was okay. The middle, the end, I was really fully invested. I kind of want to see how it all would turn out. And I was the ending is it's a little like there's a conflict. And I'm just like, okay, how are they gonna get out of this? How is this all gonna work? How is this all gonna go down? And it seemed like the director's like, no more conflict. Like I felt like the ending could have been definitely executed better. Maybe another rewrite on that script. Either I recommend it or I don't. And I actually very much recommend watching this film. It is a very pleasantly good film. I was very surprised by some of the action sequences. I was very surprised on how many of the characters I was really invested in throughout this film. And there's a lot of moments in here where at first I was like, this is not going to be a memorable movie because there's no really kind of memorable popping moments. But then they show me that like towards the end of the film and towards the middle of it. So a really good this is a true popcorn film where you go in there and your expectations are probably medium, and then you come out of it and you're pleasantly surprised. So definitely recommend it. Check it out. You can find that on HBO Max, or you can find it at your local theaters. The theaters are back open. Thank the Lord. You can also find more reviews on this channel. Did that Mortal Kombat review, Godzilla vs. Kong, and then you have TV reviews on here as well. A lot of different kind of content on this channel. Like the video so you can support this channel and let it grow. It's growing, so keep it going. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys next time. So grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you at the cinema, guys.